Hello folks, this is Sula once again. Welcome to another video for Teamfight Tactics. This game was recorded on patch 10.3. The new patch should be out by the time you guys watch this, and I'm going to call this video, "Oh Ranger, Where Art Thou?" So this is a normal game. Quick note in the lobby, not a bad lobby for a normal game. We do have a Grandmaster in this game, Tan Mista, along with a number of other Platinum players. The level of competition in these normal games definitely not as high as what I was seeing in my ranked games when basically everyone was Diamond 2 or Diamond 3. But you do still get some pretty good players in games like this. So why is this game going to be called "Oh Ranger, Where Art Thou?" Well, the reason for that is going to become apparent as the video continues, but by and large, I was going into this game without anything in particular to play. I tried to go for that BF sword on the initial carousel. I missed that, and I ended up getting this Brawler's Glove instead. And Brawler's Glove is an item that tends to set up better for an attack damage based composition. In particular, it tends to work pretty well for Rangers. So I was thinking, since I ended up getting that item, and since there's a Mountain Hex here, maybe we'll do a Rangers based team comp. Rangers comp, the basic setup for Rangers comp is you use either Twitch or Ashe as your long-term carry, and you have a setup that generally is fairly weak in the early game and the mid game, but is very strong in the late game. It's the Poison plus Crystal plus Rangers is kind of the strongest late game comp. At least in the patch version that I was playing here, you get some of the really good late game synergies in the form of both Poison and Crystal, along with having Rangers that just really do really strong damage in the late game. So if you look at what I've gotten here, I did sell the initial Senna. Senna doesn't really fit into that team composition, at least as she was built in this version of League of Legends. I had the initial Brawler's Glove, and then I picked up a recurve bow, also a very good item for a Rangers team composition. So I'm waiting to see what else I get, but I'm kind of leaning in that direction already. And then I get this item, and it's a BF sword, and I am really close to having an ideal setup here. So I've got like, if you're going to run one of these Ranger-based comps, you basically want to run Twitch with Infinity Edge and Last Whisper, and I'm almost there already. I have the BF Sword, I have the Brawler's Glove, and I have the Recurve Bow. I just need one more Brawler's Glove, and I can have Infinity Edge plus Last Whisper. So, looking good in that regard. I'm going to try to run, the standard setup in the early game is you put those Ranger items generally on some kind of Ranger. Usually Vayne is the best early person to carry it because Vayne does not stay in the comp long term, so you can put those items on Vayne and then sell her later on and have her carry the items and kind of carry you through the early game. So I don't have a Vayne here, and in fact, I have not found a single Ranger yet up to this point in time, which is a little disappointing. So I was like, all right, well, I still think I want to play this. I just need to find a Ranger. I've kind of got my frontline. I've got two Warden characters there, and I was like, maybe I'll try using Senna here. She's kind of like an attack damage based champion, right? Kind of. So I'm actually going to make the Last Whisper first because I think it'll be easier to get the Brawler's Glove to complete the Infinity Edge, and I want to have the armor shred that comes from running the Last Whisper. Last Whisper gives an armor shred if you get a critical hit. Now the problem is, I realized as soon as I did this round, I was like, wait a minute, Senna is not actually a good person to hold these items because Senna attacks very slowly. She appears to have one of the slowest attack speeds of anyone in the game. Senna is a support champion. She is not a Ranger. She is not the person to be holding these items. And in fact, it was particularly sad that I had picked Senna there to hold these items because I could have sold her for 2 gold and potentially gotten up to 10 gold here for this next round. Instead, I got stuck at 8 gold. So I was like, all right, Senna not really who I want here. So let's ditch the Senna. I still don't have a Ranger to hold these items. I was like, well, maybe Diana can hold these items instead, so I'll put them on Diana. Now, she is also not the champion I would prefer to have these items. Diana is an assassin. She does well with kind of more either hybrid items that have both AD and AP aspects or just straight up AP magic damage in order to empower her shield. So she's, again, not really the person I want to hold these items, but I was like, all right, well, I'll give this a try. And over here, we're gonna try this round. Unfortunately, my team is doing a hilariously bad job of focus firing. Note that all 3 of them are hitting different champs on the enemy team. So even though Nasus does get off his ult, all the damage that we've done to Renekton is just gonna be healed away. Also, I guess I did get 1 crit there on the part of Diana. You can see there's a little graphic when the Last Whisper effect goes off and it shreds the armor, but we don't kill anyone on the enemy team. and I've lost both of the initial 2 rounds. I was like, not a great start. The one good piece of news is here in the early rounds, you don't lose too much health for losing these rounds, but it's still better to win them than to lose them. Alright, so are we going to find any Rangers? Nope. I do manage to 2-star Nasus, and that is pretty big. So I'm going to look to... I need to have someone carry these items. So I was like, alright, well, let's try the option behind door number 3. We'll put the items on Sivir, and we'll play her along with Renekton. Now, there is a reason to play Renekton here, and that's because Renekton plus Sivir, they're both desert champs. They will create the desert origin, which will debuff some of the armor on the enemy team. It's a 40% armor reduction for desert, and that's kind of the operating logic here. So, like I said, we tried Senna, and that didn't really work. And then after that, we tried Diana, and that didn't work. So now we're going to have Sivir attempt, and she is a better person to hold these items. But the big problem is she doesn't get any attack speed bonus, unlike a true ranger who would be getting that extra attack speed from the ranger's origin. She doesn't get that. That said, we do actually manage to win that round, largely off of Nasus getting a nice ult off and healing up, well, not healing up, but getting the extra health while his ult's running. So that was a very narrow run thing, but did manage to win that particular round. So I'm able to temporarily halt that loss streak, although I guess economically it might be better to keep the loss streak going. And now I'm going to be able to pick early on the carousel. There's a very obvious item I want here. I want that Syndra with the Brawler's Glove. Syndra I can sell for 2 gold. That'll get me up to 20 gold. And the Brawler's Glove will allow me to make the Infinity Edge plus Last Whisper pairing. So as far as items go, I'm pretty set. I've already got most of what I need for an eventual Twitch carry. Champions, not quite such good shape. I still have not seen a single Ranger yet. So the good news is you can get champions more easily than you can get items. And if you have a choice between the two, it's normally better to pick for items than it is to pick for champions. So economically, I'm in pretty good shape here. The bad news is we're on stage 2-5 and we still don't have a single, we still do not have a single ranger here. So yep, there's the critical strike chance, 65% chance to crit. The crits do 250% damage. And of course, Last Whisper will get that armor shred. It shreds 90% of the recipient's armor for I don't know how many seconds. It lasts for a few seconds afterwards. So the basic idea is Last Whisper shreds the armor, and then the Infinity Edge does all the damage. So it is quite an effective combination, but you need attack speed to make this work, and that is what is sadly lacking here. Sivir does not have any attack speed. Now, look how much damage we're doing to that Maokai. Once his armor is shredded, we really do cut right through him. So this is a pretty strong comp right here. This is a Woodland Druid setup, and they've gotten the extra unit. There's also some pretty nice items there with the Onyx Spark and the Guardian Angel, but Sivir is cutting through them pretty decently. The problem is just not quite enough, not with them getting the extra, not with this comp that Malorn's running, getting the extra unit. And of course, I only have a single 2-star unit. So it's not quite enough, but you can, I mean, you can kind of see how this will be played eventually once I can get some actual rangers. By the way, yet another round, 0 rangers. So I think this is like the 10th stage so far, and I have not gotten even one, not one Vayne, not one Varus, not one Kindred. None of them have popped up yet. Not one Ezreal. I mean, there's quite a few Rangers in the game. I believe there's 5 of them in the current makeup of the game. So to have not one of them pop up yet is a little bit unlucky. Like I said, I've got the items. I just need the champions now. So, like I said, it's been pretty funny to watch this. Anyway, the key to this fight is going to be watching my Renekton. I need him to get off an ult to heal himself, but he dies about a half second before he was about to ult, and that is unfortunate because Sivir is actually doing a ton of damage. If you notice here, she's getting these crits off, but we just needed the front line to hold up a little bit longer. Like I said, if Renekton had been able to get his ult off, he would have gotten his health back and we would have won that round. So I ended up losing 4 out of the 5 rounds, which is not great, but at least I'm still at 81 health. It could be worse. I could be down at like 70-ish health if I'd lost these rounds a little bit more decisively. But not a good start, needless to say. You don't want to lose all those rounds, and in fact, at this point, it really would have been better to lose that round in the middle there because I would be on a 5-match loss streak. I would have, with the compounding golden effect, I think I'd have about 5 more gold at this point. Of course, I would have lost more health, but anyway. Would it be better to be at like 75 health and have 5 more gold? I don't know. probably about this, probably roughly equals out to the same. So anyway, I do need to start winning here, but again, yet another round. I have zero Rangers here yet again. Note that I did not look to level here before Krugs. I still only have the 4 units in. And that's because I'm at exactly 40 gold. I mean, I could level, but what would I put in? I guess I could put in that Kiana with the mountain, but it's not going to put the mountain synergy in play, so I'm not sure how much that would really do for me. Anyway, I do pick up a chain vest there, which can go into a number of different items. Another chain vest could make Bramble Vest, which is good on tanks. If I get another BF sword, it could be Guardian Angel. And look, what do we have here? No Rangers. At this point, I'm just like, what? So I actually decided I need to roll a little bit. I need to find some kind of Rangers. So I still haven't found any. Like, incredibly, I've rolled twice and I still haven't found any, on top of like the 11 rounds where I've gotten nothing. And I'm just going to look to put in the Kiana. I was like, all right, I'll roll again. And still, there, finally, we find a Varus. So we have 1 Ranger after going through something like 15 rounds, if you count my rerolls and the rounds we've done so far. So for right now, Sivir is still just holding that item. And in fact, this round's going to go reasonably well because fortunately this person I'm up against also really has nothing. It's all 1-star units over there on that other side. So I've got a lot of units that are low, but the Kiana did get off a really good stun. She stunned like 3 people on the enemy team, and that was just enough damage for Sivir to cut through everyone. So I will sell the Nautilus. That will get me up to 40 gold. So I'm in good economic shape. I'm still in good economic shape. I did not enjoy having to reroll there, but I felt like I had to get something. I really didn't get much. I think I spent about, what, 8 gold on rerolls. But here, finally, I find a Ranger, and it's not even like a random Ranger. It is a legit good one. I find a Twitch at the 5% odds, so you can say that's lucky, but I think at this point I was overdue to get something in terms of getting Rangers. So that'll also allow me to play Varus. I will put Varus in. That will activate the 2 Ranger buff. 2 Ranger buff is, I believe, 30% chance to activate the bonus attack speed. I think it's 30% odds to double your attack speed for the next 4 seconds. What I really need, though, is I really need to get up to the 4 Ranger. I call it the 4 Ranger buff. I think it's technically the 4 Ranger origin. So I'm up against Tan Mista here. Tan Mista is the Grandmaster player. He is much stronger than me. He is level 6. Note that he's at max gold, so he's already leveled up to 6, and he's got a whole bunch of 2-star champs. So what he has is way stronger than me. But Twitch, even the 1-star Twitch with these items, man, he's doing a lot of damage. Ooh. Almost managed to kill the Renekton, so I lose that, but it could have been much worse. So even 1-star Twitch has very good items. He's got an almost ideal item setup here. He's got the 2 core items, and then I can just look to stack some other item on top of that. So I'm still trying to build out this comp. I am going to get rid of the Kiana. She doesn't really do anything for me here. So I'm going to look to play Volibear, because why not? And then I'm also going to, I believe, do I level to 6? Okay, I can't remember if I leveled to 6 here, but I am just like trying to make do with kind of garbage units here. I've got the Glacial with Braum. I'm just going to stick the Giant's Belt on him because why not? Just give him a little bit more health. So Glacial with the Volibear plus the Braum up there. And then I've got 2 Wardens so that my front line's a little bit tankier. But I really have very little here. I pretty much just have the Twitch and good items for the long term. But fortunately, Twitch does manage to get the Ranger buff there. If you watch, anytime there's the little like spinning circles around Twitch, he's getting the Ranger buff right there. Ranger Origin, I should be clear to be completely accurate. He actually got it twice there, and that's pretty lucky. So, oh, not quite enough. The Guardian Angel kicks in on Kindred. Very close. So again, I'm losing these rounds, but it's like you can see how the comp is supposed to work. Even though I'm sitting in last place on health here, like you can see how this is supposed to develop. If I can just get some of the champions I need and buy a little bit more time for Twitch, I legitimately can make this happen here. So another carousel round. I see the Twitch with the recurve bow. I was like, oh man, Twitch with recurve. I've got such low health. That's great. I'm going to grab it. And then, yeah, it gets stolen. But I can make a nice backup choice here. I'm going to go for the Zyra with the BF Sword. So, BF Sword, that is obviously good for Rangers, and look what I've got on my bench. I have a Chain Vest. So, BF Sword plus Chain Vest equals Guardian Angel. A very nice third item here for Twitch. There's a number of different ways you can go. You can try to get more attack speed, is quite good. You can kind of try to get a defensive item. Quicksilver is not bad because it makes him immune to crowd control. Guardian Angel is really nice, particularly if someone's playing a lot of Assassins, and Assassins have been pretty popular lately. I believe that this lobby has a couple different people playing Assassins, so Guardian Angel, very nice in that regard. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to dump in Ornn to make Electric. He will have the Warden bonus as well, so he'll be a little bit tankier, a little bit more armor. But again, this is kind of like the poo-poo platter, for lack of better words here. This is what you're playing if you don't have much. And then I get the other big factor of luck. I find another Twitch at low odds, at 10% odds, and there's no question about it, I immediately use my Nico's help to get 2-star Twitch. I need a Twitch now because I really have almost nothing else. My frontline is very weak. I don't have any other damage sources other than Twitch. I need the 2-star Twitch. I need him to activate. I knew him to go off. By the way, right there, the Guardian Angel kicks in against Yasuo. Unfortunately, the whole rest of the team just dies instantly. So that was a bad round. And I was like, oh man, I've got these really good items on Twitch. I managed to get the Twitch 2-star, but I'm still losing. I'm still in last place on health. Am I crazy? Am I missing something here? No, not really. I mean, the setup is not bad. I just need, I've got a great item setup. I just have to find the champions. I am particularly susceptible to Yasuo's because all of my damage, I mean all of it, is coming from Twitch. So if Twitch gets assassinated, that's basically it. But I'm going to grab the Ezreal here. I'm getting closer. I will play Ezreal over the Varus because he will have the Glacial Origin in play, Glacial buff, whatever you want to call it. Basically, Ezreal's auto attacks will have a chance to freeze, just like Braum's auto attacks and Volibear's auto attacks. But I am really making do with, like, everything other than Twitch is garbage in this comp right now. I have the Twitch, and I need to fill it out with everything else. If I can fill out the rest of the comp in time, I legitimately have a good chance to... I have a good chance to top 4 this. If I can really hit what I need, I have a chance to top the lobby. But I need to start hitting actual champions. I can't just keep playing 1-star nonsense. Like the electric from Ornn and Volibear, like, does nothing this late in the game. It's very weak. But I just need him to stand up there and soak up damage while Twitch ults everybody. And, like, Twitch is doing so much damage. Just needs to get that Ranger buff in play. He's not activating the attack speed, and it's kind of hilarious how slow he is without the attack speed. So, yeah, he does 6,000 damage. Fortunately, the front line holds up long enough for him to get his ult off. So I really want to get up to the 4 Ranger Origin so that he gets the extra attack speed. And then the other thing I really want is I really want Karma, because I want to play Leona plus Karma. I have found exactly 1 Leona and 0 Karmas. So in terms of the luck of getting champions, great luck with items. I mean, I picked some good items off Carousel, but I've had good luck with items. I've had great luck at getting the Twitch 2-star this early in the game, but I have been abysmal at everything else in the game. The other champions have just been hilariously bad for this particular setup, and I've just been hoping and hoping and hoping that that luck's going to change here. It has not changed thus far, but that is the hope, sooner or later, that this is going to happen. So here we are. So I'm going to level up to 7 here after Wolves. Again, very standard. Now we're going to roll and look to find some stuff. So we're going to get 2-star the Volibear. I'll grab Malphite. We're going to look to grab the Varus here. We're going to 2-star the Leona, so we'll put her in. That gets me up to 4 Wardens. And again, I'm searching, not finding anything there. But there's a 2-star on the 2-star on the Varus, so I'm going to look to play him. And there, I will just go ahead and 2-star the Ornn as well. And there we go. Now we get the Karma. So that's what I'm looking for. And I'm even going to pick up the Kindred as well. So now, I didn't quite have enough time to make this happen, but I'm going to look to switch. Now I can go into the 4 Rangers. I can look to play all 4 Rangers here and get Twitch to start popping off. I also really want to get that the Karma in play because her shield will both provide protection for Twitch, and the attack speed is also very necessary. So yeah, Twitch, without that attack speed from Ranger and without the attack speed from Karma, he attacks very slowly. But if he does get his attacks off, man, does he hit hard with the Infinity Edge plus Last Whisper plus Guardian Angel combo. He hits like a truck once he actually gets his ult off. So we need to do a little bit more shuffling here in terms of the team comp, but we're getting closer. We're starting to get a front line together. We're starting to get the Rangers I need to get Twitch to pop off here. And by the way, why was I holding Cog? Because I might need him for poison. I drop him here as soon as I find the Mundo. So we're going to sell this electric stuff that wasn't really doing anything. We're going to go up to the 4 Rangers, and at this point, I really want to get Karma in. So the question is, what do I drop to get Karma in? So there we go. We're going to look to put Braum on the bench for right now. That does cost me Glacial, of course, by doing that, but I think that this is better. So 2 Lunar, 4 Ranger, 2 Warden. So this is going to make Twitch much stronger. He's going to get that Karma Shield, and that's going to give him attack speed, and he's going to be much more likely to activate the Ranger Origin by having 4 Rangers instead of just 2. It goes from 30% up to 80%, so much higher odds. So like, watch, now Twitch is activated. He's going to be just attacking, killing everybody. I mean, look how much damage he does. Him and Varus are the only ones left alive, but he does 6,000 damage, and he just literally shreds the entire enemy team. My biggest fear right now is my front line is very weak. I have a Leona, and I have a, what is it? I think I have a 2-star Nasus and a 2-star Leona, and that's it. Yeah, that's not a lot. In fact, I actually decided to drop the Nasus for the Braum, because Braum will put Glacial in play. And I also had a Braum with Giant's Vest, so I figured he was roughly about as tanky as Nasus, but this is still pretty weak. And I was thinking about using these items, but it's like I didn't want Titanic Hydra, I didn't want Red Buff. These are just not good items, so I'm going to hold on to my items for the time being. I'm hoping I can make use of them on another champ. I would really like to find Ashe, so that I can put a recurve bow on Ashe. I'd love to find another Braum to get Braum 2-star, and I'd love to get more of my Rangers 2-starred as well. But I've got the Twitch, and that's the key part of this team composition. Also, very nice of Kindred to tank 2 different shots from Ezreal there. Just buy a little bit more time. That Ezreal's doing all the damage on the enemy team's comp. So Twitch shredding through, Brand ult bouncing, but we hang in there. And once again, it's the Varus and Twitch show at the end. Those are the only 2 left alive. And don't look now, but I'm up to a 4-match winning streak. It was like as soon as I got the 4 Rangers in play and got the Karma onto Twitch, just needed Twitch to activate faster. So the one downside to that is now I'm second to last group to pick off of Carousel. I was looking at this and I was like, alright, well, what I want more than anything is that Taric, but the odds Taric is still going to be there is pretty low. He's a super contested champion right now, but he's not getting taken. I was like, oh, please give me this Taric, and there it is. So there we go. So now I can ditch Braum, I can replace him with Taric, and I can even use the Negatron Cloak that came with the Taric. I will take that Giant's Belt that's sitting on Braum, which you can't see because for whatever reason you can't see your items. During the carousel rounds, it's a long-running bug in Teamfight Tactics. But I will sell Braum, I'll take that Giant's Belt, I'll combine it together with the Negatron Cloak, and just like that, I will have a Zephyr in use. Always a great item, so let's make that on the Taric. And hey, looky what we've just found here. We have found an Ashe, which is absolutely perfect. So we will go ahead and ditch the Ezreal, no longer have a need for him. As soon as we drop Glacial, there's not really much point in playing him. And I should take the recurve bow and put it on Ashe. I just forget to do it here. Now, the one downside is my front line is pretty weak. I've got the Taric, but I'm trying to steal a little bit of extra health for him by putting him on the Mountain Hex. Mountain Hex is in kind of a weird spot over there. Fortunately, the enemy team's enemy team Zephyr ends up hitting the Varus and not Twitch. Because Twitch is, again, the key to this comp, like, super important for this comp. The enemy Skarner soaked up a ton of damage, but we do eventually kill him through his crystal, and eventually we slice through the rest of the Predators that this comp is running, and that will be that. So another round 1, and hey, this long winning streak is really, really helping out because I had to dip into my economy to roll down there earlier. So there's another Karma, looking for one more Karma. I am hoping to go towards 8 here. At level 8, I would put in the Mundo and look to activate Poison if I can. I would have to find Singed though. Like if I could find a Singed, I would definitely drop the Leona in favor of Singed plus Mundo at level 8 to get Poison in play. But I will keep Leona in there until I actually find that. Similarly, I would also love to get another unit. I'm only 1 away from Inferno, so I would happily activate Inferno trade as well. I would really like to find a Mumu because I need more front line, but I mean, I would play like Annie or Brand as well just to get Inferno in play. That's another option as well. So here, we're up against someone who's running a Yasuo-based comp. I don't really like that because that's an assassin setup, and assassins are not friendly to my setup, so I am very happy to eliminate poor Malern. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Maliern in 8th place because I did not want to see those assassins jumping into the corner. The good news is Twitch was all over them and just kind of cut them apart. So we're going to grab another Kindred, grab another Mundo, and otherwise just keep leveling here. For whatever reason, I forget that it's a minion round. I was like, oh, I'm only 2 gold away. I'll just go ahead and level. And I was like, wait a minute, it's a minion round. You didn't have to level there. You could have just waited until the next round and leveled to 8. So that cost me one gold by doing that. That's just a silly mistake. Me not looking at what round it is. Still, six match winning streak right now. I'm feeling better and better about this game. I'm starting to feel pretty good about getting a top 4 finish here. I still have a lot of room for my team composition to grow. If you notice what we've got there, I'm going to pick up another Sparring Glove. So I could make Rage Blade here, but I kind of would like to hold on to that in case I get singed later on in order to maybe make a Morellonomicon. So we're going to get Mundo 2-star, and because of that, I'm going to play Mundo 2-star over playing like a 1-star Annie or a 1-star Brand here. I figured it was probably better to do that. And hey, we're going to make 2-star Ashe and 2-star Karma. And as soon as that happens, I'm like, all right, I think I'm pretty safe right now. I'll just look to go to level 9 right now. And I ultimately decide to make the Last Whisper on Ashe and to hold on to the Needlessly Large Rod in the hopes of making a future Morellonomicon on either Singed or on, if I can't make it on him, I'll make it on Mundo. So I'm just going to look for a giant spell after that. But now I've got a 2-star Ashe as well. So like Ashe is starting to turn into a secondary carry, which is really good because you don't want it to be so Twitch dependent. Like my comp's a little too Twitch dependent right now. Also in this match, the Taric got off a beautiful ultimate. Right when he was about to die, he got off his ult and bought like 3 or 4 seconds. I think it's 3 seconds of invincibility. Just soaked up so much damage with the crystal plus the invulnerability. So here we go. We actually have another round. I could look to pick up like the Brand here. Like I could take out Mundo and put in Brand, but I feel like a 2-star Mundo is better than a 1-star Brand that just has no items. And the other thing is, I don't really need more damage. Like, I don't need Inferno for damage. I really need more tankiness. Like, I need more frontline capability right now. So that's why I've got Mundo in there, just so he can soak up damage so that Ashe and especially Twitch can do the killing. That's the whole logic behind this right now. I do still have the Lunar buff in there as well, which is kind of nice. Not that these rounds last that long. I definitely will be looking to replace the Leona. Also, by the way, I've been trying to maneuver the Taric around a little bit in terms of getting good Zephyrs. I did manage to Zephyr out that 3-star Renekton, which was really nice. By the time he comes down, I've cut through most of the rest of the team. So, like, we're gonna take out the that Olaf shortly after he ults and do a lot of damage. We're not quite able to eliminate Fathi's comp, but we do get Fathi down to just 4 HP. And hey, I'm now on an 8-match winning streak. So this is looking pretty good. I actually could go to 9 right now if I wanted, but since I'm in such good shape, I'll just continue slow leveling up to 9. I think I'm just going to run this until my win streak is broken, and then we'll look to go from there. Also, it looks like someone's AFK, unfortunately, because there were some items just sitting around there on the ground. Someone apparently was not in the lobby, but I'm feeling pretty good about top 4ing this comp right now. As far as what I'm still looking for, I want to try to 2-star Taric. That would be really, really big. I also really need to find Singe so I can unlock Poison. I guess technically I could do it with Cogmaul, but it'll be much better with Singed. And the other thing I need is I'm really looking for a Mumu. Like I would take out Leona and drop the Lunar because these rounds really don't last that long in favor of picking up a Mumu. So by the way, again, another just incredible use of the Taric ultimate there. Survives on like 1 HP, and that buys enough time for Twitch and Ashe to finish killing them. Guardian Angel on Twitch also did a lot of work right there as well. So now it gets around to me as well. I was thinking that I would like the Amumu with the Infinity Edge. Like that would be nice just to get Amumu into the comp. But unfortunately, that's not going to be around by the time it's my turn to pick. That is gone. So I was like, all right, well, out of these items, either the Thief's Club will be nice, but I think I'm going to go for the Guardian Angel instead. I'll just put the Guardian Angel on Ashe, and then that'll make Ashe that much stronger. Not deliberately trying to build exactly the same items here on Twitch and Ashe, but hey, if it's just going to make Ashe that much more unkillable because she's got the Crystal bonus in play. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to finish her off, so there we go. And I'm also stacking these items on Ashe and on Taric because if someone has a Yasuo, they will be more likely to ult the Ashe or to ult the Taric instead of ulting Twitch, who I do not want them to ult. Yasuo, who's been very popular lately, he ults whoever has the most items on your team, and the Elemental Hexes do count for that. So right now, I have 3 different champions that have 3 items. So if he would, like, if I run into a Yasuo, he would just randomly pick one of these champs. I've also been trying to buy some rounds with Ashe and Taric standing on the Mountain Hexes. I've been trying to get them some more health. Note that I have not done that with Twitch. I've never done that with Twitch because it is just so important he stays safe it's more important he stays safe in the corner, in the center of the board instead of in the corner. Really important detail for this, I am actually up against Tan Mista. That is the Grandmaster player's comp here. Grandmaster player's composition here. It's a ghost round, so you don't see it, but that is Tan Mista's comp. He is running a Z-based assassin comp, and there we've now hit top. We've now hit top 4 for the game. His assassins jumped onto Ashe and Taric, who have the crystal buff. So that was really important there. By the way, I make a mistake here. We're 1 round away from hitting a minion round. I should not have leveled here. I should have just let this round play out. And then I should have, because then I would have gotten another round of 50 gold, and then I could have done the minion round. And I would have just had more gold to roll down afterwards. So it was a mistake to level here. I should have waited until after the minion round to level. There was no good cause to level there. Alright, so we're up against Fathi's comp once again. Fathi now looks like he has gotten poison into the comp. Now, we do manage to kill the Singe, but he poisoned most of my team ahead of time. Also, that Scion gets off a really nice ult. Ashe's Guardian Angel is going to be popped. Twitch's Guardian Angel is going to be popped. So even though we're looking pretty strong, we actually do lose that round. And so the 10-match winning streak does come to an end. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to need to hit on a few more things here. I put in Brand to activate the Inferno. And so, like, once again, here's that minion round, so I would have been better off economically not to level. I should have just waited and rolled down after the dragon. We do get a good item though. We get a Bloodthirster, and I can put that on Ashe. So my Ashe will have a Last Whisper for the Armor Shred, and then Guardian Angel and Bloodthirster. It's a little bit low on attack speed, but fortunately I have the Ranger Origin in order to provide attack speed. So like I said, these are not perfect Ashe items. Ashe tends to go more on hit items than like crit-based items. So they're not ideal, but they're still pretty darn good. And it's going to be very hard to kill her with the Crystal and the Guardian Angel and the Bloodthirster. She's going to be very, very tanky. So I will look to put that item on her. She'll have to move off the Mountain Hex, but that's okay. So now we're going to roll down and look to see what we can find. Haven't found anything yet. More Twitches. Still haven't found anything yet. So we'll make the Kindred 2-star. That's nice. And there we go. There we go. Now we're going to be able to find the Singe. So that's what we want. We're going to go ahead and put the Needlessly Large Rod on him. And move Ashe back to the corner again. And now we've got poison. So the only last thing we're looking for now, I'm going to move Mundo to the center to try and make that poison more effective. The only thing we're missing right now is we really would like to get a Mumu in here. Play a Mumu over the Leona. Now there's an Mumu on the enemy team, but not on my team. So that Brand, very dangerous. But fortunately, I've got the Guardian Angel, because like Twitch dies, but then he pops up again. He only gets off one more shot, but that one extra shot kills Brand. So that's a pretty big deal. And meanwhile, now Ashe is kind of unkillable because any damage she takes, she just heals back off the Bloodthirster. And that's going to be enough to do it. And we have just enough damage to eliminate Dunkmaster 69. Great name, by the way, Dunkmaster 69. So now it's down to the last 3 here. And oh, hey, now I'm high rolling, making up for all that bad luck earlier in the game. Now we finally hit on the Taric 2-star, which is huge. That's even bigger than getting the Amumu. But we get the Taric 2-star, really, really important. And then we also get the Amumu. So this is it. This is the final comp. Poison, Crystal, Ranger, Inferno, and Warden. Like, the Steel Lux is tempting, but there's nothing I want to take out. The only thing to do at this point is to try and 2-star the Amumu. This is the comp that you want to have here. So we're going to be set up here. We're actually going to be up against Tan Mista. And now watch. So he is running an assassin-based comp, but where do all his assassins jump? Into the back left corner. And who is standing there? Ashe, who has Crystal and a Guardian Angel, and Taric, who has Crystal and is almost unkillable. So because they jump onto the Crystal champions, we are able to cut through his assassins, and we're going to end up winning this fight relatively easily. So that is what we wanted. We wanted the fight to play out that way, and now it's just me against a Grandmaster player, the last 2 of us left alive. So no Woodland Lux. I am not tempted by you. I'm not going for the Woodland Lux. What I am trying to find, though, is another Amumu. There's a Taric, but I don't need that. So I'm rolling, looking, rolling. There's the Amumu. So I'm going to grab that. Just need one more Amumu. Didn't quite find him here. So I'm watching here, and I can see Zed is still positioned to jump over to that side. But at the last second, Zed is going to move over to the left, position to jump to the right. But I'm slow to react to that. I should have shifted Ashe over to the right-hand side. I need to switch Ashe and Varus. Instead, I am going to get the Kiana, but watch his assassins in the bottom right-hand corner. They kill poor Varus instantly, and then they're going to move and kill Kindred, and that allows them to get on top of some of the key carries. So like right now, they're jumping on top of the Twitch and jumping on top of the Ashe. So like Zed is killing Twitch The Guardian Angel is going to be popped, but like Zed is cloning all over the place. There are just too many Zeds on the map. Ashe is going to survive for a while, but it's not enough, and so I am going to lose that match. So I was like, oh, this isn't good. I'm going to have to... So we've each won 1 round here. And now I need to think about what I'm going to do if I'm going to try to win this. I don't want to lose the match at this point. The unfortunate thing is there's not really anything I want here. I was like, I don't really see a way to use any of these items. I really want something for Singed, but like none of this is good on Singed. And I end up not taking anything, and it gives me a, what is it, a Titanic Hydra, which is not really good for me. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll give it to Taric, I guess. But I really didn't find anything that I wanted. So what I need to do right now is I need to get the positioning right here. The positioning is very important for this match. I need those assassins to be jumping on champions who are very tanky and have the crystal. So like right there, Zed is positioned to jump to the bottom left, but I'm like, he's going to swap that. He's going to swap it at the last second so that it jumps to the bottom right. And that's exactly what happened. I figured that he would move at the last second. So look, Zed is on top of Ashe. Ashe is super tanky with her Crystal plus Guardian Angel. We're going to trigger the Guardian Angel on the Zed. We're going to look to kill that Zed. Twitch is doing great work. And done. We've killed the Zed. Ashe, her Guardian Angel is triggered, but she comes back. Twitch's Guardian Angel is triggered, but he comes back. And this is how you itemize against assassins. We both got the Guardian Angels to defend against the assassins, and we got the positioning right, boys. Got the positioning correct. So yeah, I did it. I went to win and top the lobby, and I actually beat the Grandmaster player in a 1v1 duel at the end, which left me feeling pretty good afterwards. Tan Misto is like the number 380th player in North America or something like that. It was high Grandmaster, not in Challenger, but close to it. And yes, let's be fair, I hit a lot of luck. I hit the Taric 2-star, I hit the Twitch 2-star, I kind of was getting what I needed. I got the Singed at the end. But, you know, it still does take skill to do this. It's not just dumb luck. Like I said, I itemized well to defend against the assassins, and I positioned well. If I get the positioning wrong, I do not win that match. So some luck on my side, but I think some skill as well, and it definitely left me feeling really good in the aftermath. So once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed the search for the Rangers. Until next time, take care.